Hi everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing another article discussion from Information Movie Database. Yes, the Information Movie Database. Now, we're going to be talking about the ideas behind the Alpha Flight movie. The Marvel Team Alpha Flight. Okay, so this is something that's been kind of underlooked. So we're going to be talking about this idea of Marvel doing the Alpha Flight team as a movie. This article blog was from updated 1 month ago, and the blog was created on November the 3rd of 2014. This idea has been floating around development air since 2014. Yes, that's how long this idea of Alpha Flight was. Okay, so the valuable franchise worthy of sequels: Alpha Flight 1, Alpha Flight 2, Alpha Flight 3, and Alpha Flight 4. Okay, so Department H was a special branch of the Canadian government that has sanctioned, supported, and monitored all superhuman and mutant activity in Canada. Now, it also overseen the country's officially endorsed superhuman team, Alpha Flight. Okay, so Alpha Flight has died in battle against collectives. Now again, Department H has officially shut down this as well. Again, they have a subsequent other team, Omega Flight, which also is an endorsed team by Canadian Secret Intelligence Service, otherwise known as the CSIS. Yes, the Canadian Secret Intelligence Service. Movie influences, again, there are some ideas, but again, the initial makeup of the Alpha Flight movie was a pan-Canadian movie idea, where basically it includes Guardian. Again, you need Guardian. He is the leader of Alpha Flight. Original, we called Weapon Alpha. He's then the Vindicator, and again, Hudson is a scientist from London. Again, Ontario is basically where he suits of battle armor, allowing him to fly and manipulate the magnetic field of Earth. Guardian is also supposed to be a leader again, and stylized the maple leaf flag from his costume. Again, you probably already seen images of Guardian where he had his maple leaf costume. And there are some resources you can check out. There are links down on here on Information Movie Database. Will there be an Alpha Flight movie with also filling with Sasquatch, who's another team member? On comicbook.com, you can read that on there. YouTube watch videos. There's eBay images, blog spots. You can check out that. Media caches, Comic Vine, which is another idea, just on the Marvel Universe Alpha Flight. The update on the Guardian armor should be similar to Iron Man armor of that Civil War, but without a full mask. Then you have Jean Paul from Montreal. He's a mutant with powers of super speed and light generation. Then you have North Star. You have the idea of having North Star. North Star and his twin sister suffering from dissociative identity disorder, which means multiple personalities. Like her brother, again, it's mutant powers, super speed flight, light generation, and molecular acceleration. Again, they update with super body strength with 3 tons and can run super speed, speed of sound at 770 miles per hour and can withstand fires, knives, and bullets that don't hurt them. There's also this idea of Sasquatch, who's again a scientist from British Columbia, who can transform his body into a giant fur-covered beast resembling the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch has a look of orangutan, very athletic, both urban, forest, and jungle environment personalities. Again, the character originally developed his power from the Hulk, inspired by gamma radiation with solar flares. Henceforth, Sasquatch is a mystical monster. Yes, a mystical monster. Then you have Shaman. Don't forget Shaman. Shaman is basically from Calgary. He is both a doctor and basically is a sorcerer. Then you have Snowbird. You have Snowbird. Again, she's a demigoddess who can transform animals of the Americas. She's an Inuit woman. Next, you have promoted from Beta Flight, despite of Department H being shut down by Canadian government. You also got Marina, who's an amphibious woman from Newfoundland. She was a former member of Beta Flight before joining to Alpha Flight. But then you also have Omega Flight as well. So we talked about Alpha Flight, Omega Flight, and Beta Flight. They actually are extraterrestrials forces known and can actually have super body strength with enhanced senses. Then you have Puck, who's a dwarf bouncer from Saskatoon with an enhanced strength ability, extraordinary acrobatic ability, former freelance adventurer, and can find rare treasures. Toronto and British Columbia also have backdrops in it. X-Men must have this team cameo. Wolverine was also a member of Alpha Flight. Did you know that, guys? Back in the day, Wolverine, yes, before his X-Men days, Wolverine was actually once a member of Alpha Flight. Beta Flight and Omega Flight must have equal screen times from the sequels, from Alpha Flight most notably, because they're subsidiaries, because Beta Flight and Omega Flight are subsidiary teams spans off of Alpha Flight. The headquarters of Alpha Flight is located somewhere in Edmonton. Two headquarters have configured the team's needs with 20 French bedroom chateau mansion with a hangar, a basement, storage lab facility, and is and has a tennis court. It has a property and land, 5 bungalows for both guest and permanent team members, based from the rosters based on the time. Each members of the Alpha Flight, the Beta Flight, and the Omega Flight are both trained in Wing Chun, Hapkido, Salet, and Jiu-Jitsu, which are all sorts of martial arts they study. Again, ancient forms of martial arts. Many members are expected to surpass basic fit training, will achieve up to 6 dans, and in each style of their choosing also trains with weapons, combats, knives, guns, and spears. Also, to note about Shaman uses enchanted medicine bags of spells and all kinds of leather pouches hoisted on his hip. He's a qualified doctor who has skills of the occult and talks to ancestries. And again with via crystal skulls. Amera Indians are with respectful manner. Again, each team member has unique skills and capabilities and talents. Snowbird can also use her powers to full with the Americas. Alpha Flight has their version of their own expansion. There were 3 levels of Alpha Flight being the main team. Beta has operated the I said Canada. It's actually Canada, but I say Canada. It's Canada. Department H, Beta Flight is lowered the tier of the superhero team beneath Alpha Flight. Beta Flight is below Alpha Flight, and Alpha Flight is the main program. Now again, flashback says Cardinal Monroe is living temporarily anomalies and can temporarily bring copies to himself to alternate futures and presents to control them with different flashbacks and summon future selves of future version with different colored negative versions of his costume. Flex is a mutant who has the ability to transform arms into highly durable and malleable sheets of metal, often formed to metal blades. Flashbacks where one of the original members of Beta Flight with Department H went under when he was recruited by Delphine Courtney into Omega Flight. Ghost Girl has the ability to phase through matter and solid through all objects. Murmur is a mutant whose ability to mentally control subjects. Radius Percussion is the daughter of Purple Man and is able to control people through her pheromones, making them responsive to commands. There's Dr. Whitman Knapp, who's born with the ability to shapeshift 3 distinctive beings of varying stages of human evolution, force you can be reckoned with. Proto is a semi-sediment glob of primeval goo who's capable of floating, squeezing through tight spots, and corroding substances as secretions of acid. Ape Man is a pre-Homo sapien humanoid who is limited civilian with enhanced strength, superhuman agility, heightened invulnerability. Highbrow is a human whose body was combined with technology, can float, has enhanced senses, intelligence, and ability to teleport great distances. Pathway is a mutant Dean twins who Laura tried to learn the dimension crossing abilities of members of Canada's Beta Flight team alongside her sister Goblin. Goblins, again, possessed her own heightened and acute senses to smell, hearing, and night vision, is ideal at hunting, and she can build inhumanly agile and fast, and she can jump around and leap to great heights. She's quite durable and could penetrate and damage. The studies are yet to be seen. Roger Box is a genius inventor who's developed a robot named Box who can act for him. He's joined the Canadian superhero Team Alpha Flight Train Group. Beta Flight Roger Box, it was an original use of the Box armor. Windshield is a mutant whose ability to hard air molecules that can be used in various different methods, much like that of the Invisible Woman, later modified by Alpha Flight with identical red costumes to that team. Witchfire is basically, her real name is Anrim, is a daughter of a demon sorcerer, rulers of Limbo. She's got electric manipulation, electrokinesis, fire manipulation, which is pyrokinesis, water manipulation, hydrokinesis, healing factors, magical will-based construct, telekinesis, and telepathy. Witchchild was trained by Wolverine and has highly skilled hand-to-hand combat, often served as trackers and aids to enhance sense of smells. Wildchild is skilled gymnast, trained beyond levels of Olympic athletes, enhanced five senses, is an excellent dirt biker and skateboarder. Gamma Flight is another bunch of teams, is upgraded to Beta Flight, and again, eventually Alpha Flight, the premier official superior team of Canada. Diamond Little Force Field and Flight Manipulation. Diamond Hard Bodies, High Endurance, Force Field similar to Sue Richards, can absorb force and redirect energies back to opponents 8 times that amount. Skilled Acrobats and Fighter Updates. Smart Alec Enhanced IQ, Super Intelligence. He is a man of computer brain, intellects, unsurpassed genius, and has been the smartest man in Canada, is said to be said. He's the smartest man in my world, he says. Very compact, smart, and very arrogant. Madison Jeffries is, again, a powerful mutant with restructure of metal, plastic, glass, and skilled surgeon, creative intellect, creative objects, never seen their use before, but objects from the thought. Omega Flight has each member in training, please note, funding of Alpha Flight was decommissioned and Beta Flight was secretly used through Beta and Omega Flight, through training many members based upon their levels. Canada has their own version of Area 51. It's been kept a secret from the world for over 50 years. Department H recruits people from works based on life and unique skills. Department H in the Canadian House of Parliament has featured buildings. Action thrillers and sci-fi horror. Fans write letter to Marvel Studios to voice your opinion. Deadpool 2 would offer Alpha Flight Easter eggs, based from July 4th, 2018. Well, that's already passed, and if you guys know about that, let me know. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts about this idea about the project that's been kind of in limbo. This is a project by Marvel Studios that's kind of been in limbo. Alpha Flight. Now, again, if you think Alpha Flight should be introduced in Marvel Universe, let me know. I feel like this project's been kind of in limbo since 2014. So again, let me know, and you guys have a great day. Bye.